Somehow there's 5 people in front of me and they're playing cards. And it doesn't come into my recollection that the one at the end, just after everybody left, I take a look at him, I go, oh my God, he's my psychoanalyst from 5 years ago. Ronnie, what are you doing? What are you writing for? What are you writing? Why are you doing those numbers? Just forget about it. It's not true. It doesn't exist at $120 an hour. His name was Stephen. Knowing the name of Stephen, you'd think he'd be a saint for even, for Eve. Eve, N, and what? When you see Stephen, it says Ev and what? So I'm thinking. I says to him, I says, what do you think? He says, what do you think about me? I says, he was very, very, very nice guy, because the first thing that he didn't say is, hey, 120 an hour, you didn't pay me for the last 3 sessions, $400. Imagine, I'm trying to get better, and I ask for a little help for some people, and the people go to me, is it really helping you? Maybe you shouldn't be going. It's 120 an hour, you know. And they let me really feel that 120. You know, when I first started in this and got sick, I like to say I got sick because I wasn't normal to everybody else, so I must have been sick. Different means sick. I got a sick mind. Just give me a second. Coming back. I'm not leaving. I'm going to be there. You know what sick mind would be, right? I'm telling you. Sick mind. I mean, sick mind would be putting on a talus and holding an umbrella inside my own house. I mean, sick mind, isn't that what we're talking about? We'll put the umbrella right here. There we go. We got the umbrella. We're in the house. What if I put one of these on as a transmitter? It's a pine cone. Pine cones? Don't they say construction? Pine trees stay green all year long? So I have to understand, I have to have the problem-solving methods. Thank you, Sazone, Zozone, in the zone and out of the zone. Pine trees. You can put it in, but you can't take it out. Cat's penis. But it's okay. His name was Stephen. He lives in a shack on the earth. How do I know he lives on a shack on the earth? Because that's his name. Shack and Tear says the house on the earth. But that's okay. Because I got my talus on. There's no color. Look like a skunk. Tied to my head. You know what'll happen, eh? I'll go into the other room. I'll get hooked by something. I'll fall down. The talus will go around my neck. Everybody will think I committed myself. To commit. Meaning, what does it mean to commit? Right? Oh yeah. Come on, hippie. Saturday morning, hippie. Let's go. Do I ever sleep? I gotta warm up the information. Warm up the bones. You ever see them on TV in the movies? Let's warm up the bones. You get down to the casino and they take those dice out and they go warm up the bones and they go, yo, 11. Why, 25 or 27? And they ain't even getting for 11. Because the doorway, 32, plus 11 is 43 DC. The doorway, 23, plus 11 is 34 JFK. JFK in DC. Number 23 is the way in, and number 23 is the way out. Here's what we do. First, we have to get A and E, which creates O. This is your egg. Okay? A really only exists for the first time in H. E exists, 8 and 5, but E exists for the reality of its second time after we pass the gate. G, A, E, G, A. B, C, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. H, 8, L, 12. This would actually be H and E. Okay, but this is now A, and this is H. A-E-H-E creates O. Aho. We skipped B and B. B and B, okay? And the first B and the second B would be B and I. But it would say B and B as 2 and 2 equals V. Ahova. Okay? When A meets I as H and B, okay, comes into the second level, meets I, you have A, high, H, I, A, B, or high Abba. Father is high Ahova. A and I equals to 10. It says Ajova or Ahova. Inside the beginning of the piano, 8, 5. Second time you meet A, it becomes H. Second time you meet E. Second time you meet E, what happens is A, B, C, D, E. Add 4 more onto this. 8 becomes 12, becomes L. H and L equals to 8 and 12. What do we get from 8 and 12? We get Z. Zone, Z1, Z. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 and 12 is the first time we get A and E. That's how we get our circle to our first gateway inside the piano, the byway. Why? Because the piano is split. 23 on this side and 28 on this side. In between is C. 23 becomes 24. 28 becomes 29. This is the birth of the hat. 24, the hat. 29 equals to 81, Venus. 29 equals to 71, the gateway. 29 equals to 57. 7, 16, 6 and 1 is 7. 5 and 2 is man. 16, 7 and 9 is 16. 7 and 2 is the time. 7 and 2 is the time. Why? 9 minus 2 equals to your 7. 9 plus 2 equals to your 11. Am I explaining it? Am I off course? I'm trying to show you the 7, 10, and 13. How 7, 10, and 13 works. 1, 4, and 7. Instead of going this way, I now put 1, 1, 4, and 7 this way. 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. I crisscross. This is not where they end up. So this one over here, now I go 13. And this one over here. So I'm doing 29. And I'm doing 23. I'm still with number 29 where I got 52 and 79. 7 and 5 is 12. 9 and 2 is 11. Equals 2 and 3, which is BC. BC. Bell Canada Enterprise Central Station. 23 and 29. 29 into the 13 world. This one gets a 2. This one gets a 4. And now I have the cat in the hat communication. Why? Because the one day was added to the leap year, the Christ, the birth of the 2 eyes and eyes. Because living on man's head, see, man's an eye, he's an eye birth, okay? There's a little dot and he's a receiver. Now when you put another receiver on top of him, the first guy receives and then he passes it back to the quarterback. The quarterback in football and the receiver, because there's the wreath that goes around the head. It traps, it pokes, and it gives you the same information. You have doubles. 29 will now be like this. Just want to see if I can write on the back of this page. 29 will now be like this in the 7, 10, and 13 worlds. Okay? If this was the 7, 7, and 4 worlds, okay, this would be 3, this would be 3, this would be 6. 3, 6, 3. It's part of the, okay, I'm not going to explain this. 27 and 9, 36. 27 and 9, 36. This would give you the 72, 18. 4 times 18 is 72. 1 times 18. 1 and 4, or 2 and 3, your BC and your AD riding each over. 2 and 3 is in between 1 and 4. Both get 5. Therefore, it's relative. 29 and... Is that what I was using? 29? Yeah, 29. 29, 9 and minus 2, 9 and plus 7. 9 minus 2 plus 7, both will equal 7. 2 plus 5, 2 plus 2.
Okay, 2 plus 2 because it's 4. 13 is the AC energy that they connect you to, create your 4. Now the other side of the piano is 23. 5 and 4. This would be your sun, your wit, your Hewitt, your 2929. This is what creates your 2929, which is B, just before C, center C in the piano. B, C, D, E. Now what we're going to do is we're going to crisscross this and get 7, and 5 and 4 and get 9. 9 and 7 is 16. Bring me the light. B, 2, and this is 5. This is 1.5. Okay, to the center over here. This is 3.5 center. 2 plus 1.5 is 3.5. And 5 minus 1.5 is 3.5. D, 4. Okay, minus 0.5 is 3.5. So it's D minus 0.5. Okay, 4.5. And this is C plus 0.5. Everything becomes 3.5. Times this area over here equals 14. There are 2 of them. 14 equals to 28. 8 times 3 is 28. You have 1 ounce. You have 1 ounce. OZ. 26 and 15 equals to 41. The same number we need, the same number that surrounds the cube. Okay? Again, we're going to go back now to 29 on the piano, and we're going to do 24 because this is center C. This one is B, just before center C, but the 29 is the center C. Now I'm going to put them both on center C and show you the difference in the 7, 10, and 13 worlds. Okay, 29 and 24. This is CC, center C. Okay, 29 will get you 2, 5, and 8. 9 will get you 7, will get you 1, and will get you 4. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 9, 6. You have just created the exact positions on your calculator right off the piano. Don't forget there's 4 rows, the bottom row. The center stands for the point. That would mean I would have to take this calculator and go 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 0 point equals. Then I would have to go 9, 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 0 point equals. But when I look at this way, okay, I don't like it that way. I would rather, okay, do it like this. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, 4, okay, 3, 2, 1 equals dot 0. So now I can bring this together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to flip it upside down. Okay, and when I flip it upside down, I get equals 0.0, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9. And then I get equals 0.0, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9. And now I would run off of this. 5. I'd run off of this. And then I would have to give this area space of value, and then I'd have to open it up here. I would have to open it up. So the coordinates go 5, 6, 2, 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5 in all the corners equals to 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 1 is 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Now we have to understand, here's your equal sign. So if I would go to the equal sign, what I would have to do is instead of going 1, this equal sign would now have to go, there's something wrong on here. 367, 367. I didn't put the numbers in the proper order, but you understand the formation. Equals 3366. Oh, it's 987. 987. But they're playing from the outside. 789, 789. Another way I would like to do this, okay? Another way I'd like to do this is, you see this? This over here? I would do 789, 654, 321. I would change it this way. 3, 2, 1. First you go this way, then you go this way, then you go this way. First you go this way, then you go this way, then you go this way. You see what they did? I'm going 1, 2, 3, then I'm going 4, 5, 6. Then I should be going, then I'm going 7, 8, 9. I'm going, I'm reversing. I'm showing you just the ways of doing it. I'm not showing you the exact numbers. I'm not keeping it neat. But I will show you again the piano. You see this over here, right? See the Alpha Omega? You see the dog? His feet are here, his feet are here. These two men, if I would lower this, they'd have their cards on the table. This is 5 and 2 and 7. 5, 2, 7 creates the 3. Here's your 5, 2, 7 in the design. We did this yesterday. I think my cat likes to be inside an umbrella. Okay, now we're going to go back and go back to the piano equaling to 53 electric company, because the piano is 53. The first one and the last one, 52 and 1, which is Mercury and Pluto, basically first and last. The reality is one ends at 23, equals to 24. 52 ends at 29, equaling to 81. This equals to Venus. This equals to Venus, Mars. Mars has 2 moons. 2 moons. Okay. Let's go back to here. So we did this whole thing over here. Now the reverse of this, instead of going 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, we now go 2, 3, 6, 9. We would now use these numbers over here, 3, 6, 9 to create, and 2, 5, 8. Run with 1, 4, and 7. This is your piano setup. Yes, the last thing I wanted to mention, the reason I actually came on here is because Sa means without or blood, blood zone. Z is the 26th letter. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 8 and 12. Where did I get that? I think I go a little too fast, eh? Hang on. Yes, it was here. Here. Jehovah, I go up. This was the connection over here where the first A and the first E and the second A and the second E says H-E-A-L, heal. Or hell if you want. Sky, okay, is actually skill or to kill. One skill, one zone with a sky. Without sky, in the zone, in the one zone, answer is A-N-S-A-N. Insane. S-A-N 1920. This is a keyboard number. This is the 20 world expression. Why? Because it's expression where it starts. A, S, and ends in L. A-S-L. The same thing shows up over here. Begins with A and ends with L. Same thing over here. The other part of that 369, this other part of the 24 now. The 24, we're going to get the 3 worlds in the 7, 10, and 13. 24, this becomes 2 becomes 5. 2 gets 8. 2 gets 2. Same 5, 8, and 2. 5, 8 over here. 5 and 8 is 13, 2 and 5 is 7. Then we get the 4. 4 gets 3. 4 gets 6. 4 gets 9. Okay, this is what it is in order. We have 8, 5, 2 is the answer. 8, 5, 2 is the center. Man is run by number 1 on the cross over here. Now let's change this up. If this is number 29, the actuality is 2 is now in the 3 position. 9 is actually in the 2 position. We end up with 2, 3. This is low shoe. A low shoe. So in this one, we end up at 1 and 5, 4 and 7 because of 13. 1 and 3, 13. 2 and 5, 52. We also get 7 and 8, which would be the gateway of hell or of hate. The gateway of hate, 8 and 7, 7, hate. Now the 13 world, 3 and 2, 2 we get 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, memory of father. 5, 1, 2, 25 a man, 15 is the egg, 5 times 2 is 10, which equals to 16, which is the light of the memory. 5, 2, and 1 is 7 plus 1, the gateway with the 1 division, 1, 6, 1, 7. This one will get 5. Anything that has to do with 1 now has to add 5 to it. So 1 gets a 5. Why? Because the ace hole is right over here. It's right in the center, the ace, right here. It's in the 5 position, but at the same time, here's your card, right? No, here's the cutout for the center position. This is where your image goes in your card. This 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually in the 8th position if you look over here. But in reality, because it's the 8 on the 9 card, the position over here is your alpha omega. Take apart your card, you have C and C. If you put your C backwards together, you have the I. If you lock them up, you have the E and you have your fleur-de-lis. Your fleur-de-lis, the other reason of the fleur-de-lis is because I'm going to show you one thing about time before I end this. Here's the way time works. Here's a box here, and here's a box here, and here's a box here, and here's a box here. And you got digital here and digital here. Now you can either do this, connecting this to these two, connecting this to these two. These two work together. These two are whole. It's one box. This is a double. This automatically is this. This is automatically is this. And there's your fleur-de-lis on the cross. At the same time, this is actually this. So if you have 1 or 2 as a number in time, 21, 22, 23, 24, or you have 1 from 1 to 9. So when your clock says, if you want to go on the 12-hour clock, the only number that will come to here, okay, will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or it'll be 1, 0. But this will be always, the first time you get to this, the minute you get to the 10 o'clock, it's 1, 0, 8. 54 equals to 2 suns, okay? The 8 key has the star on it, and on your phone, the star is over here on number 10. Equals to 7. 16, the star brings you the light of 8. 8 and 16 is 24. 4 plus 4, 4 times 4 is 16, 24. Brings your level of pH inside your water together. This 8, if you really look at it, look at this design. They hold this in the cards. Okay, see this? When you play cards, look at this. Look at the swords that they have. They show this. Now this is the kind of a bird. I don't remember what kind of bird. Anyways, I'm going to show you a little bit about adding up time, remembering that there's no cube, okay, other than this one that creates your 7 when adding up time. So if you're going to use anything, you can't use really anything more than 4. You can't use 4 because 6 is divided to sides unless you use this one. There is no dividing sides. So you put your dot in the center from the opposition of the dot, and you have above and below, but no dividing sides. So now, how much would you use? You'd use 1 through 1 and then 1, counting your 3. But you have to come in and you have to go out. The maximum you can actually use is 4, because 4 are your corners.
Plus you have added time because these four corners are actually over here. It's these four. And then it's those four. So you're creating your 360 time there, your 360 time there, then you're creating your 360 time there, and your 360 time there. The reason for the separation is man's heart is in between, giving it the beat. Pa-boom. One zone in the sky is the way this all began. Sa, sky. Saw sky without sky. We talked about the piano, 29 and 24. 29 and 24. 23 and 28. The moon, W, and the moon. This is creation, number 23. 28th letter is actually A. And I didn't do Fred Flintstone yet, and I didn't do Barney Rubble yet. This becomes 18 and 9. This becomes 8 and 6. This becomes 15. This becomes 26. This equals to 41. This equals to ZO for zone. NE is the birth in the zone with the sky that's above our head that's blocking our communication. Raphael, trying to keep it fast and short. Hopefully I did it well. Did it okay. It was understood. There's just so many things to understand. I mean, to visualize with. It's all in the art. What in the world is this? This is 8. This is 5 from the piano. This is 1. In Lo Shu, the same design gives you 1, 5, and 4. 5, 1, 4 is the birth within the sun. This is 2, 5, which is the gateway, B. 8, 5, which is the silver surfer. 8, 5, and 4. 4 by 5 is 20. 5 by 1 is 5. 25 is the jack plug-in. 2 and 5 again, the same number. CV1, Roman numeral, this would be your Gimel. Give it a head and it can walk. Man's bending over, here's his ass. I'm telling you one thing. You're sitting on your brains, and you're really sitting on your brains. Sky is up. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I shined up my tutor. My tutor, my teacher. Raphael, thank you for watching. By the way, if there's any questions why I have this, because since I was the age of bar mitzvah, the cantor or the rabbi can no longer blow it, so they asked me if I wanted to try, and they gave me this 30 years ago, or 38 years ago, the number of the church, the age of bar mitzvah, the AC energy that comes in, and I haven't given up. Last year, they almost took away my job because I couldn't do it. The reality was, it was blocked. I had a dream last night. In my dream, there was another one like this, and it was blocked, and I was going to fix the ram's horn. So the ram's horn will now have sound in all of our shofars, and we have 3 or 4 of them, and no one can blow. Why? Because the relative fact is, they're all blocked up. I didn't get any better. They're just blocked up. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. We're in one zone, reaching the sky, but we're without the sky. Sans zone sky, without the sky. Bye. Oh, bye. I never said that before. I don't like that. Hi.